Hallo und herzlich willkommen zur dritten Folge unseres Tourblogs, der Night of the Proms 2022. Wir sind in Oberhausen angekommen und haben heute eine 18 Uhr Show, denn es ist Sonntag. Die Produktion steht schon komplett und unsere Crew ist momentan im Catering und schaut sich das Bällchenspiel bei der WM an. In ungefähr 2 Stunden werden auch die Künstler hier eintreffen und ich habe mir überlegt, ich werde euch heute mal Nik Kershaw näher vorstellen. Bleibt dran. This evening we have Nik Kershaw here. Thank you very much for taking the time.
Pleasure.
Yeah. Well, I think we all expected you in a white suit.
Yeah, no, that white suit is yeah, long gone.
Long gone.
In fact, it almost didn't last till the end of the video shoot. To be honest, it just about made it through.
I think at that time you hadn't had green screens or something like that, so you had to tape this suit with some reflecting tapes. And
yeah, it was before green screen. It was this stuff called Scotch tape.
Okay.
And it was just a normal kind of linen suit. They just stuck all this tape to it. It just kept falling off all the way through the shoot.
When I read some stories about your career, they were terrifying when it comes to important moments in your life. Is the Night of the Proms also a terrifying thing?
I get nervous still every night. I mean, I got especially nervous when the first couple of shows I got very nervous. But nerves are good. They keep you on your toes. But once you get on, it's just being on stage with that huge orchestra and the choir and the backing singers and the band and the big arenas with the crowd. It's just a buzz every night. It's fantastic.
So what's it like to play your songs with the orchestra? Do they get a special other effect, the songs, or is
I think so. I've played with orchestras before and it's always been good, but these guys are special. I don't know what it is about the orchestra. It's just quite a lot of classical musicians. They're great musicians and they can read the dots and they do as they're told and stuff like that. But they just haven't quite got the feel and the groove. And these guys groove. They're just amazing. So I wondered why do you take the orchestra everywhere with you? Why don't you just pick up an orchestra in every city? Now I understand.
That's the reason, huh?
That's the reason.
Yeah. In general, what's it like to be on tour with the Night of the Proms?
I've never been so well looked after. Even on my own tours back in the day and stuff, it was like you get to the hotel, the bags are always already in your room. You're fed, you're nurtured, you're looked after. Everybody's lovely, and everybody really knows what they're doing. Because they've been doing it for so long, you know. And it's just such a well-oiled machine. It's really impressive.
I got it harder. You couldn't dream how hard I got it. Stay out of my shoes if you know it's good for you. The heat is stifling, burning me up from the inside. The sweat is coming to each and every pore. Don't wanna be here no more. I don't wanna be here no more.
Well, the year the Night of the Proms started in '85.
Yeah.
It was a year when you were on stage with Live Aid, only 2 years after your career really started.
Yeah. 18 months really. It was about. Yeah.
Crazy. Did you have a musical idol or something you were looking up to?
Oh, quite a few. But growing up, I guess the one that really stuck out for me was Bowie. Yeah. Okay. And he was there, obviously. He was. In fact, he was. When we came back when we came off after the big finale, we all got on tiny little minibuses to go back to the conference centre, the Wembley Conference Centre. And I became aware of the fact, it's only a 2-minute ride, but I suddenly became aware of the fact that Bowie was sitting in the seat behind me on this little minibus. I've got to say something, you know, this guy's my hero. This is why I'm where I am. It's because of this guy. And I couldn't find the words. Just could not find the words. And before I knew it, we'd got off the bus and he went that way and I went that way. And it's like, oh. And I did have another couple of chances later, a few years later, but I blew it then as well. So there you go.
Well, coming back to your hit, I Won't Let the Sun Go Down, I read that this song, although it sounds like a funny pop song, was meant to be a protest song at the times you wrote it.
Well, those times, they were Cold War times, and there was CND and Campaign for Nuclear Disarmament, and lots of protests going on, and that was kind of the atmosphere, that was the vibe in which that song was written. And just about speaking up and saying, look, well, this is not good, I don't like this, and I won't let the sun go down on me. But to most people, it's a song that gets played every year when the sun comes out and they're on holiday and they're having a nice time. Yeah. And that's great, that's fine. That's what the song is to them. They own that song now.
But isn't it funny that the song has never been more actual than nowadays when you're looking towards Russia and Ukraine? I mean,
I know, it is frightening, and it's frightening for everybody, but we're just going to have to get on with it. Yeah.
You have a busy schedule next year. I saw you playing many festivals all over Europe.
Yeah.
Are you also going on tour with your band?
Yes, we're going on tour in Germany. At the end of April, beginning of May, we're doing 10 shows over here. We do it every now and again. We do clubs and get on a bus. And
there's still this kind of never-ending 80s revival since many years.
It does seem it started in the late 90s. When I released an album in the 90s, I was accused of getting on the 80s revival bandwagon. You know, it's like, and that's from then, and it's been going on ever since.
It's still there.
Yeah. Great, thanks.
So, what are your plans for the future?
I've never made plans. You know, I've just kind of. I'm not a particularly. It's a miracle I am where I've got because I'm not a proactive person. I don't kind of go out and get things. They just sort of fall into things, and things come to me. It's just I'm so lucky. So I'm a reactive person. So someone says, "Do you want to do Night of the Proms?" I say, "Yes, please." It's just we didn't kind of come looking to do these things, but yeah, I'm very, very lucky man, and I've never. If I do make any plans, they always fall to pieces. So I just kind of, whatever. I just let things happen, and it seems to be a lot less stressful doing it that way.
That's a good last sentence. Let things happen.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.